Hi, ladies. I decided to do this one as a freestanding video. And this is about the young man. And I think it's a dating show. I'm not really sure what the background is or what was happening. But this young man stated that he does not date single mothers. And quite frankly, I don't have a problem with that. I don't think that's a problem at all. If you are dating a man and he says, I don't want to date single mothers, that is not a problem. If you are a woman who has children, maybe that's your biggest red flag. You don't want this man near your children because this man has a problem with your children and with you. All right, so he's an automatic no on any single mother's list. Any single mother's list. Just cross him off. But also, you need to look at as let's say you're a woman who doesn't have children, and he says he doesn't like single mothers. All right, why not? That would be my question for him. Why don't you like single mothers? Is it that he doesn't like children? Is it that he doesn't think you made a good life choice? Because these men tend to group all these women together. You're a single mother. Well, I raised my son as a single mother, and I was married when I had him. There are women who are widowed. For whatever reason, that women are now raising their children alone. All of these men are grouping them in together, which is fine if that's what they want to do. But they're not looking beyond the very surface level of being a single mother, and that's problematic. Okay, if you want to have children, this man may have a problem with children in general, and a lot of men do. A lot of men do. Okay, and I'll give you kind of an example. Because I grew up in a big family, I had older siblings and younger siblings. I had a ton of cousins and nieces and nephews, and so age of children just doesn't bother me. Okay, because I grew up in the midst of a big family, and if you are, let's say, a person who grew up without siblings, dealing with children is hard for you because you have not lived day in and day out with children. Okay, let me say that again. You have not lived day in and day out with children. I lived day in and day out all of my life. There was never a time where there wasn't a child in my life. Even as we got older, we had younger cousins and they were kids. We called them little people because they were cute. We called them little people because they were so young and they were small. But we didn't treat them bad or anything. That's just what we called them because we were all teenagers, right? So someone who does not have an affinity for children, and who has not been around children, if you want to have children, do you want to date this man? I mean, honestly, because is it that he doesn't like single mothers or he doesn't like children? Okay, so let's look at where this is going, because this is a dating show, all right? He's saying, I don't like single mothers. Okay. As a woman who's dating, and if you're not a single woman, if you are a single woman, you've already ruled him out. But as a woman who's dating him, why does he feel like he doesn't like single women? Is that he doesn't like their life choices, their perceived life choices, the fact that they got divorced, or the fact that their husband died, or whatever their circumstances. All right. He doesn't like that, or is it that he is trying to slam a label onto someone whose life story he knows nothing about? Is he trying to disparage women for their life choices? Is he saying that, they are less than because they are single mothers? All of this comes into play. So here I am. I'm a single woman out here, and I'm looking for a serious relationship. I'm looking for someone I can spend the rest of my life with. Is this the man I want? Because he's very narrow-minded. If I have some friends who are single mothers, is he going to have a problem with that? Am I going to have to hear blah, 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 blah about my friends, about my family members, about women who have, survived abuse and had to get a divorce, or, they were afraid that their ex would do something terrible to them? Because the conversation, once he says that I don't want to date a single mother, what he says afterward, I think is very telling. So I would, if I was a single woman, I would ask more questions. All right, what is really going on here? Is it that you think you're, too good for a single mother? Is it that you think, they made bad life choices and you don't want anything to do with that? Is it that he doesn't like children? All right. So that's why I'm like, yeah, this guy's opinion matters less than nothing. Okay. If you are a single mother, you already strike him off the list. If you're a single woman, you really just want to ask a lot of questions about how he feels and why. Why do you feel that single mothers are ineligible for you? Is it just a personal preference, or is it that you are trying to, lord it over her, make her feel bad, um, think that she is less than because she has children? How are you going to feel about me once I have a child if we're going to date? Because obviously, women have children. How's that going to work? Ask a lot of questions, ladies. That's all I'm saying.